A crisp morning today. I'm off to Guernica, which is probably around about 90 kilometres, somewhere between 50 and 60 miles. It's a matter of how steep the hills are and how difficult the terrain is, but my legs are very tired now. Over the last few weeks, I've been cycling from Tarifa on the very southern tip of Spain to Bilbao in the north. But don't worry guys, there's still time for you to sponsor me. Click the link below. It's open until April. So why have I been doing this? In the beginning, I thought this might be fun, but the hills and the distance has soon cured me of that one, believe me. There's also some very serious reasons. The first is to raise awareness of supported internships in general, and to raise funds for Team Dominica. What often happens at the end of school or college is a young person with additional needs can go out and get a job, except that they lack the employability skills. And so organisations like Team Dominica give young people with additional needs these employability skills. So how do they do it? Mostly through supported internships. In my case, my daughter was matched with the Mercure Seafront Hotel for her supported internship, and she spent a year there. At the end of the year, the Mercure offered her a job, and now she works as a food and beverage assistant there, and she greets and meets guests in the morning and does a very good job. So what are the benefits of a supported internship for a young person with additional needs? Well, obviously at the end of the supported internship, if they get a job, it gives them money to live on. But there's also other less tangible things that a supported internship and a job provide. My daughter gets pride in herself. She feels that she's contributed to the world now that she goes out and works and she does a job. She meets her guests in the morning and helps them in their day. And this gives her a huge amount of satisfaction and pride in herself. So it has changed her view of herself and her self-perception. So this is a really good reason to help young people with additional needs into employment. So please, if you can support us, please, any donation will help. We'll be really grateful for anything that you might be able to give. Thank you. I'm getting near the end of this ride, and I just thought I'd share a little bit about what my days have been like. For the most part, I set off about 8, which is when it gets light here in Spain, and I get to wherever I'm going somewhere between 3 and 5, depending on those hills, of course, and also the distance. And when I get there, I have to then do the basics, really. I mean, I drink about 3 to 4 litres of water a day, so the first thing I do is drink 1.5 litres of water because I go to the shop. And then it becomes a thing of, actually, after a day's cycling, I'm quite hungry and I want to eat something. But the problem is, Spanish people tend to have their lunch later, and so they have their evening meal later. So I'm ready to eat about 6 to 7, and restaurants are only thinking about opening between sort of 7:30 and 8, and expecting the first customers in at 8:30, which is a bit of a problem because come 9 o'clock, I'm pretty tired and I want to go to bed. So it has been fun, but it has been some challenges as well. Well, there were no surprises in the day. It was long and the hills were quite steep towards the end. It seemed that by design they were all saved until the end, which really thrilled me a lot. If I could just remind you once again, please sponsor us. This is a good cause. Team Dominica do a lot of good work. The link is in the description below. Thank you. The day started off well with a very flat beginning, and then the cycle path took me up through the beginning of the hills, but after that the hills started to get a little bit more steep and a little bit more challenging. Day 29 summary. 62 miles covered today, which brings the total to 1,265. The height of the hills climbed today was 605 metres, which is 1,984 feet. That brings the total hill climbing to 14,809 metres, which is 48,585 feet. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe.